Good morning. Just here to remind you that if your self-love is poor, as Nietzsche would said, you will probably feel that solitude is a prison. But trust me, solitude and stillness are the places where your greatest treasures are. So I remember back in a day when I used to not be needy for others, but not knowing how powerful and worthy and enough I am, that I was always available for others. So my self-esteem, my confidence, my self-appreciation and self-love was zero. And by self-love and self-appreciation and confidence, I don't think in that egoistic me, false self-love, but in true and real appreciation of my time, of my energy, of my words. I was literally, as I like to compare it, like a crazy balloon in a storm, pushed here and there by opinions and needs of others and whatnot. So I guess we all go through life through these levels. But I see now how people are awakening and how young people are so strong and so powerful in their true self-love and self-appreciation, and that's game changer because, man, I can just imagine how powerful I would be if I could do the work, and if I knew this, let's say, back 30 years ago. But nevertheless, I will never be in those complaining group. I'm grateful because some people unfortunately never have the chance to awaken, not because they are cursed or I don't know what, but because they simply either have belief that they are incapable of it, or they're simply unaware of the fact that they can literally be all-seeing eye and observer of everything that's going on in their lives. So the greatest gift you can give to yourself is to always be aware of your feelings, to always have control over your emotions, because if you are not, you will literally be, as I said, as the balloon in crazy wind and in enormous storm. I used to be someone who was always available because I had low self-esteem. I used to put myself and to adjust myself to the schedules of others. I mean, it's okay to do it sometime, but when you are always putting yourself in frame of others and how appropriate to their time is and where they think that you fit in and when and so on and so forth, that's not how things should work, especially in friendships that are decades and more long. So it's okay to, as you evolve, you elevate some people as well as habits and so on and so forth. And that's inevitable because if you had crew with your previous self level, every self-work and things that you do to improve will put you higher. So if those people are not elevating and doing the work in their lives, life will inevitably set you apart, or you will put yourself again down on their level, which is something I wouldn't recommend. It's simply impossible to lower your standards once after you know what can you reach. Feeling is the key, as I mentioned many times. Do whatever you can and whenever you can, and all excuses you have to feel good and to be in state of flow and alignment, that's available to you in every given now, because that's not something that uh, is attached to anything in the physical world. Everything is, as I said, externalization of our consciousness, of our inner world. But what keeps people stuck in blame game is the fact that it's always easier to say this or that, or I don't know, something that happened long time ago is the reason, and that's their fault, not mine. People are in that blame game, and unfortunately many remain stuck there forever. So the moment you take responsibility and do the inner work, literally like some kind of magic, you will see how your inner world and new story that you embraced begins to give results with literally uh, zero or low effort. So always check up on your emotions. You have emotional scale. Know that all those low vibrational emotions will prolong your evolving, because all those resisting things, anger, jealousy, resentment, everything is holding you back. So whenever you, we're just humans, and whenever you feel that push that will pull you through feeling jealous, no matter what it is, pause and remind yourself, and whatever that person or people acquired, just remind yourself that as soon as you are happy for their accomplishments, and you really, truly, and deeply celebrate their success, your success will be manifested in your life. Good affirmation for this is, what God has done for others, He is doing for me too, and even more, because He is. Never wait on God or universe. Universe and God are waiting on you to remember who you really are. So I read somewhere recently in one book that praying over food is actually a reminder that as we are embodying and becoming one with what we are putting inside, which becomes our life and our energy and our power and force, that's how we, when we become aware of how powerful we are, we stop asking for God, and we just, by affirming, begin to live what we're asking for. So once you realize that you're creator, there is no longer need for you to ask from some external power to give you whatever it is that is your heart's desire. You simply know that what's your part of work and what your job is to simply have the desire and align yourself with the outcome. That's everything that's required from you. But that's so good that people think, as the saying goes, too good to be true. Well, life is supposed to be ease, flow, alignment, good feeling, good people, good experiences. We are all so worthy of all the best that life has to offer, but unfortunately many are asleep and they somewhere along the way forgot that all great stuff is literally part of our identity. So run away from naysayers, run away from those who still want to convince you that in order for you to value yourself and in order for you to be valued by others, you should struggle, you should grind, you should, as I like to say, work and die working like a dog. No, there is easier path, but you should explore and invest in the greatest tool that God has given to every single one of us. So those who believe in that, they're living it. Many times I wondered why some people remain stuck, probably because deep down they think that they are not worthy of something better. And that's so sad because I know that earlier, when I was in that survival mode, I also thought that, and I felt for too long that feeling of being inferior, and I felt separation between me and lucky people, blessed people, worthy people, those who live what I perceived as dream life. Well, guess what? God never made me inferior or separated from them. Who was doing that all along the way was just me, by the way how I thought about myself and how I view them. So I always felt that they probably were born under the lucky star. They had some special cards given to. No, the only difference and what separates the best from the rest is mindset, nothing else. Literally nothing else. Expectation creates the outcome 100% always, no matter what it is. If you expect that your life will be hard and that some people, whatever it is that they want, is given to them with ease, and you are someone who has to push and grind and hustle and put tears, blood, and sweat, well, guess what? That's how it will be. Ask and it is given. In love, in work, in health, in success, wealth, beauty, aging, whatever it is. So expectations create the outcome. Never let anyone else fool you in a different version. So if you don't trust me, try it. I was one of those who didn't believe that it can be so easy, because through the conditioning and because my ancestors, God bless their souls, they did the best from their level of awareness, were in primal state of being. They were blocked with all kinds of core negative beliefs. So I happened to be the generational trauma breaker. The work wasn't a smooth sail, but I'm grateful because probably I am chosen because I had the strength and the power to do the work and to cut all those cords, all those curses and everything that used to be. Still grateful for the genes, for the power, because imagine the way of heroes and how those heroes were brave and courageous through their journey. So through that gratitude, as I said, gratitude is the greatest multiplier, and through awareness, always do everything to raise and level up your awareness. It will set you free, and it will be your greatest guide through the navigation of life. Ask and it is given. Whenever you have decision and choice to make, always ask for direction from above, and you will literally receive it, either in a form of a name, of a song, of something that you will see, or someone will, through the conversation, mention something that will be helpful to you. We are always guided, protected, we are always safe and secure. The question is, as Neil Donald Walsh said in Conversations with God, is God speaking to us? And when God replied, God is always speaking. The question is, who is listening? The same is with what's given to whom. Everything has been given to us. The question is, who believes that is worthy of receiving, and what the expectations are. That's all that separates us, nothing else. So that's just a quick reminder, and I wanted to hop on to be the messenger for the day. Expectation create the outcome. What separates the best from the rest is just mindset. Never forget this fact.